there's this war between Whitey's guys and this mob family, but it doesn't play out like a normal fucking gang war. Whitey's decided that he's gonna rat these people out to the FBI, try to get them off the street to expand his empire. So he does. This makes his informant friend kind of a rock star, and unfortunately that changes his perception on shit, which is where the argument with his wife came in, and you could tell the difference in his clothes that he's wearing. This eventually breaks down. His career breaks down when the U.S. attorney leaves, the one that he was working with, and I guess he could be a patsy or have as a patsy, leaves, and they get a new guy in there who's by the book, who I didn't check, but I think is played by the dude from House of Cards. Looks awful lot like him, except a little bit bigger, like he put on a little bit of weight. So that guy's not gonna be bought off. That guy's not gonna be suckered in by the charm. All this leads to Adam Scott from Parks and Recreation showing his boss Kevin Bacon, who's had a problem with Whitey Bulger working with the FBI since day fucking one. Had a complete and total problem with it the entire fucking time. And when shit didn't go right, or when Whitey was taking too long to actually give them any information, put the screws to him, and the FBI guy was holding him off, kept holding him off. And Kevin Bacon plays the fuck out of this role. Yeah, good on you, Kevin Bacon. Eventually this fuck comes to a head as it's discovered that Whitey Bulger really isn't giving them anything. The transcripts of the information that Whitey Bulger is giving the FBI has been copied from other informant statements by his guy in the FBI office. And it's been revealed this way because they found the other transcripts and they've seen he plagiarized it word for fucking word. He took exactly what was said in like the third paragraph of random informant statement and put it in the second paragraph of Whitey Bulger's statement. And this leads to his arrest. This leads to the fucking informants coming in. This leads to Whitey Bulger ending up going out on the lam. Before this happens, his informant his wife ends up leaving him. And then it gives the epilogue of the main characters. Whitey Bulger was on the run until 2011, and then was caught in Santa Monica, like 40 minutes from here. In 2011, and was served 2 life sentences plus 5 years. Look it up. Like, it's based on a true story, so most of the stuff is, common knowledge. It strayed a little bit from some gangster movies in that, like, for instance, Goodfellas, in my opinion, the quintessential fucking gangster movie, showed the opulence and the excess that these guys had in the 60s and 70s and made it look fucking sexy. This movie didn't really show a whole lot of opulence. It really didn't show a whole lot of excess. Whitey Bulger appeared to be relatively low-key. Like, a lot of his base of operation was his fucking mother's house. He didn't really keep that high a profile. Even in Miami, you could tell the difference between Whitey Bulger and the flashy fuckers from Miami. There was one scene, though, where his crew was celebrating the Italians that they had a problem with going to the fucking clink. And they went to a nightclub. And they were celebrating with all these hot-ass women. There's all these hot-ass women in disco playing, baby, my heart is so hot. Flash motion cameras and shit. And you're seeing Whitey preside over it all in the suit. And he's looking at everybody, right? And he's looking at his crew. Here's one of the main differences. This didn't look fucking sexy at all. His crew was a bunch of average to less than average looking dudes in their 40s and 50s who looked like it. What it would kind of look like to see like a grandpa now in a fucking club. It didn't fucking look sexy at all. They didn't play this shit up. They didn't glamorize Whitey in this one. You're not gonna come out of this movie, necessarily quoting it for all the cool ass quotes. You're not gonna see people going as Whitey Bulger for Halloween or any of his gangsters for Halloween. You're not gonna, this isn't gonna be Goodfellas. This isn't gonna be Casino. They didn't play it like that. They played it pretty as close to probably what it was like, probably what it looked like, what it felt like, what it sounded like as they could. Few locations. Like, there really weren't a whole lot of locations on this one. I would imagine I can't see them going over budget in this movie other than maybe a couple people's salaries, maybe Johnny Depp or Benedict Cumberbatch's salary. But other than that, like, they didn't, they kept the production seems like as low-key as they portrayed Whitey Bulger to keep his life. Benedict Cumberbatch, by the way, forgot about him. All the ladies love them some Benedict Cumberbatch. He played Whitey Bulger's brother, who was in the Senate, who knew about his brother but didn't participate it was one of those things where it was like, my brother's business is my brother's business. He's still my brother, but all that shit is him. That's not me. That's all him. And they tried to play some power dynamics there. You could see the desperation in Bulger's FBI informant, his inside guy, at certain points of the movie, especially near the end, as he can feel the heat kind of coming in on him. And he goes to Whitey Bulger's brother to try to get him to maybe do something for him. And Bulger's brother basically just tells him to fuck off. He's like, that's not my fucking business. I am not my brother's keeper. I am not my brother. I am not my brother's business. My brother is my brother, and that's all he fucking is to me. He's not a business, so he's none of that shit. And I'm not gonna fucking protect him. I'm gonna love him, but I'm not gonna fucking protect him. Fuck off. Essentially what. And Benedict Cumberbatch with a great Boston accent. You know, the best Boston accent I can do is strike Peter Griffin. And even that's not even that good. But yeah, the actions in this play very well. Trying to think, is there anything else I'm missing? Not any product placement that I could see other than, you know, some alcohol when they're chilling at a bar. Apparently, Whitey Bulger got into IRA shit over in Ireland. He loved his motherland of Ireland, particularly after his mother died. He got into that, and that's one of the things that helped take him down and led to him. Led to him killing another informant brutally, fucking brutally. And near the end of the movie, and this is where Dime Store Matt Damon and stepfather of the hooker, they're both in the basement. And they watched him kill him. They beat the fuck out of him. Like, he had shown up to the house thinking there was a party, and it's like, no, motherfucker, you're getting hit, you're getting whacked. They beat the fuck out of him. They're sitting in the basement. Whitey Bulger questions him. Fucker rats the fuck out, like clearly a fucking rat. Bulger puts a noose around his fucking neck. Put it on the top of the back. Pulls back, chokes the shit out of him. Fucking chokes him. Says bury him next to the whore. Who, you know, I'm called back to stepdad, stepdaughter, and the stone face, brother, the stone face. Yeah, so this isn't sexy. Black Mass ain't sexy. Black Mass ain't Casino. Black Mass ain't Godfather, Goodfellas. Black Mass ain't even American Hustle. Or not Hustle. Hustle, no. American Gangster. Black Mass was not that. Black Mass was not down and dirty, but average. It was an average looking. It was a realistic looking movie. It was a realistic looking movie with a realistic feel, with a realistic score, with a realistic acting. Nobody phoned it in. Even I give Adam Scott shit for looking like he belongs in 2015, looking like he's a 2015 guy who somehow got time warped into 1975 because he doesn't fucking belong in that movie at all. But he doesn't phone it in. Like he gives a performance, and I give him credit for going out on a limb and trying a different type of role. But I would like to see him do that in a more contemporary movie. If you know, don't travel too far. I would suggest Adam Scott not travel in his movies further back than like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, he can go back to like 95, 20, 25 years he can go back. But any further than that, it's too far for him. This is early. A little bit earlier than the typical Oscar season for these kinds of roles. I can see Depp's name being mentioned. I can definitely, like I said before, you know, if you're in a competent gangster movie, your name's probably going to come up. And Depp is in a competent and good. It's a good movie. He's in a very good gangster role, and his name will probably come up when it comes Oscar time. At the very least, Depp is going to get better roles. Now, here's the thing, though, and I don't know if maybe it's because it's an early release. I think it's an early release here in LA, but I didn't even know this shit was out. I didn't even know this shit was out in LA until I saw the fuck. I think I saw somebody review it online. I don't know if it was Jeremy Johns or Cinema Snob. I don't remember fucking who. I saw somebody review it online. Had reviewed it. I hadn't watched it yet. I still haven't. I saw that they reviewed it online. And I was like, is it out already? And I looked and holy shit, it's out. At least in LA. I don't know about other cities. Fuck, theater was empty. Empty. And I know, you know, as I'm doing this, it's a Wednesday, and it was a Wednesday afternoon. But fucking empty? Completely fucking empty? Nobody, no, there was 2 other people that came in 20 minutes into the movie, and that was it. And that was fucking it. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe this shit is empty for this movie, because the trailer looked fan-fucking-tastic. And the movie was very good. It was very good. I would say that Black Mass earned a solid 13, I want to say $13.25 out of my $15 that it earned. It was very good. It was, I can't say that I would put it in a class by itself. I can't, you know, I'm not going to say that this was a classic movie. This coming out of the movie theater, but it was very good. It was a very good movie. And you should see it, I think. Very good. You know, particularly because, you know, looking at what the fuck is out right now, nothing the fuck. No, what are you going to do? Waste your money on fucking The Perfect Guy, or save up for the new Alvin and the fucking Chipmunks movie in a couple? Shut the fuck up. Don't see this. It's probably the best movie out right now, aside from Straight Outta Compton. I think yeah, on par. Probably on par. I don't remember what I gave Straight Outta Compton, but I would say this is around the same caliber as Straight Outta Compton. Completely different movies. Technically speaking, I wouldn't say that there were any flaws other than the casting of Adam Scott. And even then, that's only because of his look, not necessarily because of his skill. You know, technically it's perfect, but it just didn't hit that core in me that I would say, oh my god, this movie's fucking amazing. It's very good though. It's very fucking good though. Solid fucking B+ effort out of this movie. Very fucking good. And like I said, one of the best movies out right now, certainly the best movie that recently came out in the last couple of weeks. Go see Black Mass is what I'm going to say to wrap this up. Party people, thank you for joining me on this one at 2 drink minimum at the movies. Yeah, give or take 2 drinks, and the cap was a little smaller than the shot, but fuck it, I took it. Yeah, like, share, subscribe to this. Yeah, tell me what you think down there in the comments section. Have you seen Black Mass yet? Or you should have. If you're watching the fucking spoiler, you should have seen Black Mass already. If you're watching me do this, and if you aren't, if you just wanted to see if it was worth it, what I said couldn't do it justice. You kind of have to see a lot of the shit that I'm talking about. It's a lot of the differences in the FBI guy's clothes is a subtle difference. The way Whitey looks at Depp looks at people in that, I called him Whitey. So the way he looks at people, his mannerisms, that fucking scene with the FBI guy's wife, that's probably worth it. That's probably worth it. Because it put it in a perfect position and the build up was good. That's probably worth it right there to just fucking see that. Also, youtube.com/real469, wherever you're watching this. youtube.com/real469. Right hand corner. There's a little blue button that says support. Click that. Get rid of some of the ads. You get rid of some of the longer ads. You get rid of ads on the thing. That helps you. And you help support the channel. That helps me. It helps us all to help grow. Like, share, subscribe, all that other shit. And we're fucking out of here. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, bitch.